You've heard this countless times.
Is that like gonna annoy you guys that I keep picking things that aren't on my TBR? I don't really know if we're gonna get to all of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and add this. Pretend like we picked this, okay?
Tale as old as time. I can't finish a TBR to save my life. But in this video, all that changes. Call it my redemption arc. There is nothing better than being back in this world and being back with these characters. Guessing it's an enemy's lovers because he's kind of being rude to her.
There's a word for that. I'm not losing my mind. I have not DNF'd a book in so long on my channel, so this is like really a moment to ponder. These were all of the books that were on my very ambitious July TBR, and it is currently, sorry, I should have been prepared. When I'm filming this, it is currently July 21st. That means that we have 10 more days to get through as many books as possible that are left on this TBR. I will say I could probably actually finish this TBR, which sounds crazy, but most of these books I have already read, so this is the overview of all the books that were on my TBR. Obviously, as we all know, I am famous for picking books that aren't on my TBR, so a lot of the books that I have read for my TBR, like, just think like there are a lot of other books that were read this month, like that weren't part of the TBR. But let me go through these really quickly and show you guys the ones that I have yet to read off of this TBR. And let's pivot. That's a lot better than expected. I actually only have 5 books to read in this video, and then I finished my entire July TBR. I thought I would have a lot more, but turns out I actually followed my TBR pretty nicely this month. Honestly, thinking about it, we have 10 days to finish 5 books, which is very highly intimidating. All of this in 10 days is crazy, but we're gonna put our best foot forward and we're gonna try, okay? But for right now, let's go through all of these books and then we will pick one that I want to read first. First up, we have 800 Grapes by Laura Dave. This has been on my TBR for 2 years now. We have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This has also been on my TBR for a while, and I have just been wanting to read it so bad, so I put it, like, again, serious on my TBR for this month, and I am actually into it already, but I'm only on chapter 2. Then we have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, which you guys know because I talk about this book quite literally all the time. So I thought it was time for a reread because Nothing Like the Movies comes out pretty soon, and, you know, I would like to read the first one again. And then we have The Graham Effect by Archenemies. This is a very long book, and I actually got it this month and automatically, like, straight away put it on my TBR for this month. Last but not least, Archenemies. I started reading this book literally, like, the end of last month and have not gotten any further through it. So yeah, these are all the books that I need to get through, as well as Reckless by Lauren Roberts, but obviously we are starting with Reckless by Lauren Roberts. There's nothing better than being back in this world and being back with these characters. Like, it's just making my heart happy and, like, making my heart feel full, even though this story is obviously not over and there are so many things that we have to figure out because it's the beginning of the second book. And especially, like, everything we learned last book, obviously there's a lot of things that need to be fixed and changed and, you know, resolved. But just, like, being with the characters again and knowing their thoughts, hearing their banter, everything is just, I love these characters. Oh my god, and I forgot how much I loved this story. Dare I say it, I just want to binge this book and, like, low-key finish this today. Is that possible? Probably not, but we're gonna try. Also, sorry if you hear any background noise. It's the birds. The sunset's beautiful, the birds are chirping, the water is just, like, so calming. Look at what I'm looking at. It's just so magical. Anyways, back to my book.
I want you to know how I feel. Say it, I just think that I might have to spell it out for you. So listen here. I want this all to be crystal clear. Oh, I care about you more than a lot. This feeling I feel is felt deep in my heart. And by chance, if you feel just a bit of the same,
I already look like a mess. Wow. Hold on. Just 2 seconds. Just gotta sometimes just shake out the hair, you know? Gotta do what needs to be done, okay? Guess what I did all of last night? It's actually kind of crazy, but I completely finished Reckless by Lauren Roberts on my Kindle. I knew that I would read it, like, fast. I just didn't think it would be that fast. How am I gonna read that whole book in a day and, like, only in the back half of the day? Actually, we can't even count it as reading it in one day because I absolutely did stay up late to read it. Yeah, I finished Reckless by Lauren Roberts. literally all I would want in a sequel. I can't give you like too many opinions on that book just because it will be spoilers, but I will say really enjoyed the book. I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5 stars, which kind of hurts me to say because Powerless was 1000% a 5-star book, but Reckless, like for me when I'm comparing the two, like I feel like it kind of gave me a 5-star-ish feeling, like not fully completely. That ending, I'm sorry, either I'm just like stupid and didn't see it coming from like a mile away, or that ending was actually insane. I hear someone talking. I hear someone talking that way, and my house and my family are that way. Is someone just like in the trees? Yeah, I gave Reckless a 4 stars because I just don't think that it gave me the 5-star feeling that like Powerless did, and it kind of feels more so like a buffer book. Not really, because there's still like banter between the characters, there was still a lot going on, but it felt more like a buffer book before the next one. It feels like the next one's gonna be like absolutely insane. Also, update, we have Kit's perspective. If anybody read Powerless, you know obviously the perspectives are Kai and Peyton. We got Kit. And I don't know how to feel about having Kit's perspective anymore, but I will say I'm also really glad that we got a different perspective in the book. Like, getting Kit's perspective was genuinely life-changing for me because Peyton and Kai are on this, like, cat and mouse chase. Because we have Kit's perspective now, that means that, like, we get to see what's happening back home. We get to, like, see all the government stuff happening behind the scenes and, like, how things are being overtaken and all that stuff. I loved it. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. I'm gonna stop talking about it now, but, like, if you've read it, please let me know your opinions. Please. Moving on, we obviously have to start a new book today. We do have all of these books to pick from. I have my bathing suit on today underneath this because I'm gonna tan today. So I kind of want to pick like a rom-com. So that means 800 Grapes, Six of Crows, and none other than Archenemies are all out because not a rom-com. We can either reread Better Than the Movies or do a, obviously, first read of The Graham Effect by Al Kennedy. I think we have to go with The Graham Effect by Al Kennedy because this is a long book, and after reading Reckless in like a day, I feel like we need to have a book that maybe takes me a little bit longer than a day to finish. God forbid I slow down and enjoy a book. So anyways, we're gonna start The Graham Effect today. I will see you guys when I'm outside tanning and reading The Graham Effect. It's gonna be the best vibes, okay?
Fall days, brown eyes, roots in my...
Okay, only on page 4, and I think we've already met our, like, main guy love interest. And I'm guessing it's an enemies to lovers because he's kind of being rude to her, which I don't like when they're rude. It, like, makes me so mad, truly. We're gonna keep reading. We're only on page 4, so, like, it'll probably get way better than this, and, like, obviously first impressions aren't everything, but this is, like, why are you being rude? I've been reading The Graham Effect like all day so far. I'm actually making really good progress, and I would like to say I take back like some of my earlier statements. The first impression was obviously horrible, but they were also kids when they first met, so I need to like stop being so... And it's about hockey. I normally don't like sports romances because I feel stupid. I'm like, I don't understand what you guys are talking about. Like, I don't play sports. I don't understand sports. I will never understand sports. So like, they'll just be talking about the sports in the sports romance book. I'm like, guys, I'm gonna be so honest here, I have no clue what you're saying. Like, you're speaking gibberish to me. But it's not that bad this time. Like, I'm following the story very easily already. So yeah, that's about it. I'm now outside tanning, and we're just gonna tan and read my book. I'm sitting on the roof of the beach house, and look at my amazing view. I get a view of the ocean. Truly, that's all a girl could ask for. It is really hot out here. Probably shouldn't be out here. The UV is 11 right now. Guys, dare I say it? I think I need to DNF the book. I think I like more like YA closed door romances, so I gave it like a pass the first few times that like it wasn't what I thought it was. Now I think I just have to stop. Like genuinely, I don't think I can finish this book. But I just don't think that this is like in my cards. Okay, so we're gonna put this book back. I'll take a picture of what page I'm on and then we'll be done. But that also means that we have another book to pick. Oh my god, my dad is like weed whacking right now. I am so sorry. I'm hoping it's not that loud, but it probably is. We're putting this book back. This one hurts, okay? I have not DNF'd a book in so long on my channel, so this is like really a moment to ponder, okay? Because I'm normally just like a I won't fail, I'm not giving up type of person. So like this is like really difficult for me to like just say that I'm giving up. But that does mean that we have another book to pick out. So, don't know which one we're gonna read, okay? Honestly, I don't know which book I want to pick next. It's either between 6 of Crows or 800 Grapes. I think like forcing yourself to read a book is like the quickest way to go into a book slump, so we're not gonna be doing that. The last chapter. I love this book so much. I don't want this to end. We're gonna listen to the last chapter. I'm literally sitting here listening to an audiobook, playing a tile sorting game. Should I finish it like in the actual book? I think that might change so much actually. This is so cute. I took a minute to get myself together. She's licking my elbows. As I was saying, I took a minute to like gather my thoughts about this book because genuinely 5 stars. I was not expecting it to be 5 stars. I think that if I read the book, it would not be 5 stars. Like it would be like really awfully close. It'd be like 4.5 or something like that. But because I listened to an audiobook version, 5 stars. I think that it was the perfect amount of time spent on each character every time a character would show up. I love this book and I loved all of the characters in this book. And I was like, okay, I don't know how we're gonna wrap this up correctly. I don't know how we're gonna figure this out. I felt like I was part of their family and I was like, I don't know how to fix this either. It was more than just like the main character's issues. The whole rest of the family was going through something and you were kind of like obviously seeing it through the lens of this main character, but you're still seeing this family deal with so many different things. I truly just love the way that all these characters were written and all these characters had their own issues, but it was like they were such lovable characters. Every single last one of them. Every single last one of them. Me finishing this in a day is crazy though. It says, wasn't that the gift of a home? You looked at it the same way, but then when you needed it to, it showed you all over again the many ways you've been during the time that you've been living there. The many ways it had brought you back to yourself, the many ways it still brought you back to yourself. Okay, this one isn't a spoiler because like this whole like issue that's happening between the parents, like you learn about it right away. It says, and I understood what my father didn't get about my mother. It wasn't about her fear of losing him, it was about her fear that she had lost herself. It was about what she had given up for him. Another one says, he thought that he understood what was happening in a way she didn't. She was scared. She was scared that if she didn't get out of this version of her life now, she never would. My father would leave her one way or another, and all she would be left with was the fear she already had, that she had chosen the wrong life. You become your mother in the oddest ways at the oddest time. Today I had become her because I was afraid of the same thing. So, anyways, 5 stars. Love this book so much. Like, actually... Wow. Is the focus working? I don't know. Hello everyone, I have so many updates for you guys, okay? Honestly, it's been a lot lately because I have not made very much progress in general. I will say, let me go grab it. I did end up finishing 6 of Crows, but honestly, I still feel like I got nowhere. Like genuinely looking at the fact that it is, let's check the date. It is the 28th. That means we have approximately, hey Siri, How many days are left in the month? A day and 3 other days to finish 2 books. Let's not ponder that one, okay? Honestly, if I think about it, like, genuinely that's gonna stress me out. I know that I can do it, but I also have, like, other videos I'm filming and other things that I'm trying to do in my life. Like, I honestly don't feel like reading. This is honestly the first time that I am this close to finishing my TBR for a month, so like I think I just have to do it. Anyways, opinions on Six of Crows. Honestly, I think I'm gonna give this book a 4 stars. The book starts and the first chapter is so difficult to understand. Highly confused. But then you get to like the second and the third chapter and you're like, okay, this first chapter was just kind of like backstory vibes. Like, I just feel for every single one of these characters in this story. Like, I don't think I ever explained what Six of Crows is about. Six of Crows is following 6 different characters that basically all have to come together, join in a crew to pull off like the biggest heist. It's actually quite interesting because there's this new like illness going around that gives people these powers that obviously people should not be able to hold on to, and if it gets into the wrong hands, everything's gonna go south. So basically, these 6 different people were hired to go kidnap the person that's like behind it all and kind of knows how to fix things. They're basically going to kidnap this guy from this like really high tier jail. I'm trying to explain this in a way that like makes sense for people who like aren't understanding this fantasy world, but it's so difficult to explain. I swear once you're into the book, it's not difficult, but it's like hard for me to like explain this when you obviously don't know this fantasy world. These 6 people have to come together to kind of pull off this heist. And the 6 people are a convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith, a heartrender using her magic to survive the slums, and a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. Honestly, just loved like every one of these characters so much with all of my heart. I think the only reason that I docked this book a star was because it just took me a while to get through. Like, I felt like the chapters were super long, which I hate in a book. Like, literally that is my 13th reason in book form. But we are here today to pick out our next book also because I need to finish another book ASAP. Actually right now, because this video cannot last any longer. Guys, we have 2 books to pick from. Only 2 books left, but they're like on totally opposite spectrums. We have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, which love this book. This is a reread, and you know, I feel like I have to reread this book, but it's also like, am I in the mood for a rom-com? And then we also have Archenemies by Marissa Meyer, which this one honestly is probably the best pick for me to choose right now because it's just like, I know these characters, I'm already invested in the storyline because this is the second in a trilogy, so it's like probably gonna be easy to fly through because I want to know what happens. I love these characters already. I don't have to get invested again. Obviously we have a lot to get through, but I'm gonna try to fly through this book honestly today, okay? We need to get this video going. I know we're at like the end of the video, but like we need to pick up the pace. And honestly, I was going to quit this video, but then I was like, this video took too much time, willpower, and by the way, I read Reckless in this video. Like, obviously I want you guys to see my review and my reading process of Reckless. Like, why would I scrap this video? Anyways, time to read Archenemies. Guys, I'm a mess. I really need you to excuse that. First of all, trying to get this video done, honestly, ASAP, because truly this video has taken me just way too long to film. Like, this is the video that is going up next. So not only do I have to finish filming this video, but also edit it. And it has been like 4 days since my last post, so I'm like, you know, this video just needs to finish very fast. And on that note, I have very good news to share. I have finally finished Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. Thank the Lord up above. Genuinely, I never thought that I would see the day where I would finish this book. Truly, when I start a book, like, that is the book that I will be completing. I never really like leaving books like half read. I'm just not that kind of girl, truly. That's not my soul, okay? Archenemies, like genuinely, this has been sitting stagnant for this entire month. I'm just so glad that it's over. I think I'm gonna give this a 3 stars.
Like, I love the characters literally to death. Like, I will die for these characters, but I just think that like it's dealing with superheroes and the whole world building aspect isn't really coming into play really at all, because it kind of takes place in like the real world. I think that's where my disconnect took place, because I had just got finished reading Six of Crows, and I love fantasy books because they transport you to a different like entire world. Like, this book, you don't really do that because it like kind of takes place like in the real life world and then just has like the fantasy aspects to it. Anyways, on that note, now we finally get to start our final book. Last book and final book we were reading, Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. So excited to be in Liz and Wes's world again. I don't know, I need to like revisit this world again and revisit these characters again before I read that sequel, because I know that when I read the sequel, I'll probably never visit this again. We need to get to reading Better Than the Movies. It is currently, I know I should have updated this before, but it is the 29th. That means we have 2 days to finish Better Than the Movies. And then we will complete my TBR. Thank the heavens and everything up above, because girl, I never thought I'd get through this. Guys, I'm currently filming like all the intro bits for this video, and I'm making sure all the pieces of this video are going to like go together nicely. 1000% forgot to give you an update. It is a few days later, so technically I guess I failed the challenge, but I really didn't, because I did finish Better Than the Movies on time. I had literally a day to spare, but like if you don't want to believe me, whatever. Like, it is like multiple days later into the month, but I swear I did finish it on time. I would like to announce Better Than the Movies stays a 5-star for me. Honestly, I kind of knew that going into this book. I just have so much love for this book, like, automatically, because the closed door rom-com, it's a YA, it's an enemies to lovers, like, these are all things that I just love. I am super proud of myself though, because I honestly didn't think that that would happen. The fact that I was able to read that many books in that little amount of time. If there was like a book Olympics, I would sign up and I think I would win. Because like, genuinely, how did I read that many books in that little amount of time? See, I tell you guys I'm a fast reader, but then like these things occur and I'm still like just awestruck. Anyways, I just want to come on here, give you a little update on Better Than the Movies, tell you that I liked it a lot. Obviously, I gave it 5 stars. I wanted to also end off the video. So this is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Obviously, we were kind of all over the place this one. I hope that you stick around and press subscribe, because there's just so much content coming soon. I think that's a reminder to post to TikTok. On that note, go follow my TikTok and my Instagram. I'm trying to post there like so frequently. If you want daily updates, go to my Instagram. If you want like fun vibes, because I finally like revamped my TikTok, go follow my TikTok. Anyways, do like all the fun social media things you know how to do. I'm accepting a lot of people as friends on Goodreads right now. So obsessed with that, because like obviously I want to know what you guys are reading. Obviously I'm gonna stalk your guys' Goodreads. Anyways, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I hope you have the best day ever. I'll see you guys super soon. Bye.